Hi everybody, Sherry Sicard, aka Cannabis Sherry here, and I'm here once again with Mitch Mandel, Cannabis Sherry's cultivation editor. And Mitch is going to help me today to show you my new favorite toy, the Rosin Bomb Rosin Press. Before we do that though, I just want to remind everybody, hit that YouTube subscribe button and notification bell because we try to upload new videos every Wednesday. Okay, the Rosin Bomb Rosin Press is the bomb. It really is. If you're anything like me, you're a big fan of rosin, which is a very pure cannabis concentrate, and I love rosin because it is so pure. There are no solvents at all used to make this concentrate. All that makes it is heat and pressure, and this little machine, which is very small and very lightweight, will deliver 5,000 pounds of pressure. And it will press out rosin. And you can make rosin from buds or flowers, like we're going to show you today. You can also use sift, meaning hash, keef, and you can press rosin out of that. And this little kit came complete with several different accessories. Mitch is holding up the flower bags and the sift bags. So we're not going to sift hash today. I'm going to try and do another video later on down the line when I get my hands on some good hash, which I don't have today. The flower bags are used if you want to press some more volume. Now you can press as little as a gram of flour in this and up to 5 grams. So if you're going to do 5 grams, you are going to put it in the bag, and that is going to help you press a bigger volume of rosin. But today we're going to press 2 grams, and I'm going to have Mitch weigh that out. We have some beautiful cherry bomb buds today, and
yeah, this was grown by a friend of ours.
Right.
And as a grower, he was fortunate enough to have extra buds, which is a nice thing
It
to
happens.
have.
It
but
happens.
It takes a lot of work, as you know, to grow.
Right.
So I think this is a beautiful device if you're a grower.
Right.
This is a great device for anyone that grows because you will have extra buds that you want to do something with, and you can definitely press them and make rosin out of it.
And it makes it very quick and easy to make rosin. And so to prepare your buds for making rosin, you're going to break them apart a little bit, right?
This bud is too big, and most buds like this size have a very thick stem running through them, holding the smaller little buds to it. So you break it apart into sizes this size, and you remove the thicker stems that are in there before you press. You do not go any smaller than this. You don't get your flakes. You don't grind it.
Yeah, you don't want to grind it.
You don't even do it like you would make for rolling a joint. You make these small, like half-inch size little buds, and you get
rid of the big stems.
Get some of the larger stems out of there.
Now, it is important when you're pressing buds, you want to use a cured bud because moisture really is the enemy of good rosin here. So you do want your buds to be cured. Yes, there is such a thing as live rosin, and that is made with fresh buds, but they're fresh buds that have been freeze-dried. So we're not doing that today. We're just going to press regular cured buds, and Mitch is going to weigh out a couple of grams of that.
Right.
I also want to mention, be sure to check out the comments below because this video is part of a much longer article on my website, and that's going to give you a lot of tips for pressing rosin, for getting better quality. We interviewed the owner of the Rosin Bomb company, and we talked to him for quite a long time, and he just gave us some great insights and great tips, and a lot more of those are going to be on the page than what's in the video, so you're going to want to be sure to check that out.
So in addition to the sifting bags and the flour bags, the kit also comes with this puck maker.
Okay.
The puck is actually what you press. It does like a pre-press of the buds so it'll all fit within the machine here.
Right, so it compresses your buds into a little puck.
And they also gave us these tweezers, or what did he call these?
He called them the Mav sticks.
Right.
And yes, Ryan invented these to help his son eat sushi because he was too young to do chopsticks. So he invented this, and then when he was using it, it was like, these are pretty handy. This would help in my rosin press. So he's a pretty inventive guy. He actually developed this press after making a press that pressed apples for apple juice, and also thought, this has some interesting applications for cannabis too. And he's all about health, and he really liked that rosin is all natural and it retains all the cannabinoids and the terpenes. So it's all about health with Ryan.
Okay, so now that we've weighed out 2 grams, but I think we want to do this at 205 degrees, not the 200 degrees we had it set for the previous time.
Right.
So
Now,
I'll show
temperature.
them how easy it is to
Adjust
raise,
the temperature,
to adjust the
right?
temperature.
And you can really customize this. And when you get into making rosin, go ahead.
So to adjust the temperature, you hit the set button.
Okay.
And you just raise it up to the temperature that you want in half-degree increments. So we're going to go up to 205 and hit the set button again, and then machine's going to go up to that temperature.
Okay, great. Okay, so what do we do next?
Now, okay, we weighed out our 2 grams, and we're going to put it in the puck maker.
Okay.
And do our first press. Press on it. And we have made
a puck.
A puck. And now we're going to press this puck in the rosin bomb.
Okay.
So we first put it in a piece of parchment paper.
Now let me say, when you're making rosin, this is not a place to use your garbage weed. This would be garbage in, garbage out. The better quality your cannabis, the better rosin you're going to make, and the more volume you're going to make. We tried to make this with a friend's old dried up weed, and we got almost nothing.
She wasn't too happy about that.
No, but on the other hand, we have tried this strain before, this beautiful cherry bomb, and we've gotten quite a bit of volume. And quality will depend on, it's kind of a balancing act with the temperature and the pressing times. You can press a second time, but that's going to create much lesser quality. You can raise the temperature up, and that may create more volume, but it is not going to be as good a quality. It'll take on more of a toasty look and taste.
How much time are we going to press this for?
We're going to press this for about 1.5 minutes because Ryan said that's a good time for a good quality, but he had a special technique for doing it.
So why don't we start the pressing, and you can discuss the technique and the different
Yes.
toastiness and qualities. And
All right, let's start the pressing. So we let it sit on the plate for a few minutes before we actually pressed it, and that just heats it up a little bit ahead of time. Now we've got it pressed, and we're going to use a timer on our phone to press it for 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, we're going to lower it and then immediately raise it back up. And what that does, it kind of redistributes the weed and the oils. And Ryan said doing that will give you quite a bit more volume than if you just did it straight for 1.5 minutes without raising and lowering it. So. Okay. After 30 seconds or so, we're almost there. We're going to just lower it very quickly. And
now, what would a higher temperature than we did do?
Well, you know, and this is a balancing act. And again, you're going to check out the comments and go to the website for more tips. It just depends. It's a balancing act between volume, the dryness of the weed. The drier it is, it might need a higher temperature, or it might need more time. Up immediately, yes. You almost waited too much time. You really just want to lower it and then go immediately back up. Okay. And then we're going to let it press for another minute, and that'll be about 1.5 minutes total, and that should give us some very beautiful rosin that we could cook with. We could make topicals. We can dab it, vape it.
Now, if we did a lower temperature, what would we most likely
We probably would get a very nice quality, but we wouldn't get quite as much volume. Okay. So it's really kind of a balancing act, and you're going to have to play around with this and experiment. And that's what's nice in that you can do just 1 gram at a time to see kind of how the plant material that you're using reacts and what is best for it. So it is kind of a little bit of experimenting, but it's really kind of fun to experiment with different strains. 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
All right, lower that down and let's see what we got from that 1.5 minute press.
All right, it looks good from here so far.
It does look good so far. Show us what we have. We have some very beautiful rosin there. And you're just going to scrape that up with a dab tool, and you can take the flattened pancake of a puck off. But this is important, folks. Do not throw the pucks out. Why? Because according to Ryan, there's about 45% of the cannabinoids are still left in that puck, so it still has pretty good potency.
Right.
I like to use them personally to make edibles or topicals, but I have a friend that's trying to quit smoking, and so he's been smoking more weed, but this gives him a lower potency weed so he can substitute it for cigarettes, so that's another option if you grind them up. But right now,
What about these? What are we going to do
what
with
about
this?
those? I think we should take a dab. Let's go get the Dr. Dabber.
Dr. Dabber?
Dr. Dabber,
Okay.
and we'll scrape some of that up so you can see the volume that you get from 2 grams of decent weed, and we're going to take a dab. Be right back. Okay, let's scrape up this rosin and see what we have, and then we're going to take a dab. I already have a dab preloaded from another batch, but Mitch is going to show you just how easy it is to scrape it up.
It just scrapes right up.
Right off.
Once it's cooled a little bit, it just scrapes right up and gets right onto the dab tool without a problem.
Okay, why don't you continue scraping that up? I'm going to turn on the Dr. Dabber, and if you don't know about the Dr. Dabber, this is the Dr. Dabber switch. It vapes both concentrates, like the rosin we just made, or it vapes flowers as well. So I'm just going to heat it up.
You can see what one looks like after it's scraped and then not scraped. So it's easy to scrape it all up.
And we're ready to take a dab here.
Oh, that looks nice.
And that tastes very nice too.
How was that?
It's really great. This is 2 great products that are even better together, the Rosin Bomb Press and the Dr. Dabber Switch. And if you look at the comments below, there'll be coupon codes for both of them.
My turn?
Your turn.
Okay.
All right.
I'll catch you guys next time. I'm going to go start dabbing.
See you next time.